Diddy case. We're on week 3 right now. We're about to round out a month. So before we go into this, I want to just say wherever R. Kelly is, I want him under that. I want that motherfucker under that shit. I already touched a little bit on it here and there, but I think there's a lot of shit in this case easily get swept under the rug, and I want to make it clear. We are in a day and age, for the first time, I feel like, where people actually have more of a voice in terms of the internet because the internet is not restricted. People can come, or the internet and women having a lot more influence and power nowadays. So if a woman comes out and says, hey, this mother did all this crazy shit to me, we actually rally around her and support her and want to hear her story versus minimizing that window because, this man is a powerful man and we don't give a like when OJ slaughtered his wife and whoever his wife's friend was, and we kind of didn't give a he was rushing for 1,200 yards for the, again, this guy Diddy is just crazy. I don't know how else to put it. One other thing before we get started, right? There is a difference between baby oil and hydroglide, hyperglide, turboglide, whatever the hell he was calling his bullshit. There's a difference. So what we read was baby oil isn't even intended for intercourse and hydroglide is. My question is, why the did he need both? Why did he need both of them? Anyway, they also seized over 1,000 bottles of baby oil from his house. I think we already knew that though, but that's still easy to think. What the 1,000 bottles of baby oil? For what? Why is that at your come on, gang? This is, you know how cooked that is? 1,000 bottles of baby oil were just taken from your house as evidence. What the it's over. This woman Cassie, so the woman that was the main victim of all of this diabolical shit that we're gonna get into, that Diddy put her through, is currently 8.5 months pregnant, 7.5 months. She's ready to pop. She's ready to go. She can go she can give birth. I say that to mention that she could have told the court, I am in no shape to give a testimony right now. I would prefer if we waited, a couple of months after I give birth, I'll be okay to go. Then the trial can go, because the trial can't start without her being willing to testify, because she's kind of the key that unlocks this whole case. It all goes through her. So the prosecution would have had to wait, meaning that Diddy's bullshit could have easily scrummaged up fucking something. Right? Now, she was ready to testify because she wants justice for herself and the people that also were also victims of Diddy's disgusting bullshit. Not even sexually. The had to clean up the messes after all that shit. The people that had to get him his drugs. The people that had to call his escorts. The escorts themselves. The people that had to make sure that all of these people got paid off and hush-hushed and all that crazy shit. The people that had to deal with his wild-ass antics. His crazy-ass sexual, disgusting antics. And wanted to blow up on people, and he was super physically violent. The people that had to see the violence. The people that had to watch the freak-offs. The people that had to participate in them. All of those people. She did it for all of them too. All of them are going to get justice one way or another, because she was brave enough to actually get on the stand and give a testimony that is so fucking compelling. And by the way, her being pregnant and the love of her life, her husband being in the courtroom every day she has to go, you have no idea what that does to a jury. That is bulletproof bombshell. You cannot discredit this shit. It just makes her look so compelling, bro. It makes her, and it's she's not, I'm not saying that to say she's lying or anything, but what I am saying is she's painting this picture with us knowing that she does not have to be up there. She doesn't have to do it. She doesn't have to go through all this bullshit at 8.5 months pregnant. Pregnant as she don't gotta do that. But she's doing it because she knows it's the right thing to do. That is strength. That is will. That is grit. That's having that dog in you, baby. That's what I'm talking about. This sucker had never seen no shit like that in his life. He thought he was tough, ordering all of these people around that were on his payroll. telling all of these people to do all this disgusting ass shit in front of him. All of these people in the industry, these no friends in the industry, all these motherfuckers in the industry that wanted to kiss his ass and suck his dick, literally, because he had so much influence over all of the shit that went on and all of these workings and all of these different rooms where his name got whispered once and then a fucking deal went off, or his name got whispered a couple of times and then a deal went on. All of this shit is over, at least for him, right? Because, I mean, we're not going to talk about whatever the fuck else is happening out there with all these other people, but I'm so fucking glad. I'm so glad that something like this is happening. Now, what's happening in the case right now, currently, we just got done with Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's testimony. He testified to Diddy figuring out that him and that Kid Cudi and Cassie had a relationship together. I think on the side while she was still dating Diddy, and he found out through. He took her phone. He looked through her messages. He saw the messages between her and Kid Cudi, and I forgot what is Kid Cudi's name. Travis. Yeah, him and Travis. Or her and Travis, and he sent goons along with himself to break into the residence that Kid Cudi had currently. He wasn't there, and then they fucking car bomb him. They blew up his car. I want you to understand how crazy this shit is. You know what I mean? Diddy and 3 fucking goons, like that's really all I can say. Goons. He got goons, bro. Like if a villain has goons, that's a nasty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Broke into Kid Cudi's house, broke into his house. Like, this isn't some residential fucking apartment, fucking on I-2, like, you know, like if take a ride on off of I-280 North and you'll go to downtown Central. Like, this ain't no shit like that, bro. This is like a rich house that he owns in the fucking burbs in LA. And him and like 3 niggas broke in looking for him. What the fuck? Who do you think you are? What the fuck? What do you think this is? And then they couldn't find him, so they blew up his car. I don't understand why people want to go to fucking Looney Tune bullshit like heights all the time. Like it don't gotta be a cartoon. If you want a cartoon, just create one. You got the money to do it. You don't have to just go out and do this dumb shit. For real. That's really what this is. He's in a fantasy world where he's been, but like, you know, Diddy's been famous for so fucking long. He's been famous longer than he hasn't been famous. And I'm not giving him no leeway. What I'm about to say doesn't have any. I think he's fucking awful forever. But what I do want to say is crazy will never be cured by fame and money. You will just be more fucking crazy. Shannon Sharp said it the best. Whatever you are, money will amplify that. So if you're a good guy and you liked it, my perfect example for this is Tom Grossi. Tom Grossi if you don't know who Tom Grossi is, he's a Green Bay Packers fan. He is like the #1 fan for the Packers, basically. He's been supporting them for a long time. And he was a high school teacher. He was able to quit his job and do a lot of amazing things, raise over $1 million in charity money for St. Jude's Hospital. He did this more than once. I think this is the second time he did it. But you know, what I'm trying to say is like, that is a humble man under God. Like, he really just wanted to make content about the Packers, and it blew up and people fucked with him. And what did he do? He started donating money, millions of dollars, gang, to St. Jude's Hospital. That money, having notoriety, having people know you, having the fucking NFL recognize who you are, and having access to all of these different doors. And that's what he decided to do with his time. And then you got Diddy, who had probably even more at his disposal and just decided to be the same weird, disgusting fuck that he is. It makes you think, who else is like that? But that's not what we're fucking talking about, is it? And she goes into deep detail, deep, deep detail. One more thing I want to say though. There are no cameras allowed in the courtroom, which I think is complete and total horseshit. The Diddy case would be some of the best fucking television that we have seen in a long time. You want to talk about a reality TV show? You bitches could be making money off this. It's so juicy in the courtroom, bro, that god damn it, Law and Crime, the YouTube channel is making AI generated videos of what is happening in the fucking courtroom. And it's pretty good. We watched one on stream. It's not bad. And it's thick in there, like for real. And I'm telling you, I don't know why there are no cameras allowed. We got one for Daryl Brooks. We got one for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Why the fuck didn't we get one for him? I feel like if anyone was ever supposed to get all of the high quality technology and bullshit, and don't tell me that there isn't any, they're in New York City. You can make it fucking happen if you wanted it. It's just not permitted. I don't know the logistics of how that works. Like, you know, like who do you have to talk to, or what button has to be pressed for people to actually allow like cameras and stuff, like cameras and booms and, you know, microphones and all that, like a camera crew and all of that, like in a courtroom while the court is like actually open and the cases go. I don't know how that works, but I feel like they should have spared no expense for this case specifically. And I feel like it's kind of a fumble for them to not even like consider having cameras. Are you fucking crazy? Diddy, this is our generation's OJ. This is it. This is our generation's like case that made you, you know, oh my God. I mean, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was pretty like earth shattering, right? But I feel like as far as just, you know, I think like this is pretty fucking big. You know, this isn't nothing. This is definitely like worth the goddamn, like I would, what the fuck is the price? Like, why is there not a camera in there? There should be cameras in there. People should be recording this shit. I don't know, but it's not being recorded. But they go into heavy details about the freak offs, and I want to say we were watching, so the plan was to stream every law and crime video that had to do with Diddy. That was the plan. What I didn't anticipate is how fucking nuts that some of the shit that woman had to go through was. And it was very, very, very exhausting. Maybe we'll do it, like finish it in a week or so when I have more time. But me having to like get up early in the morning and then stream that, I'm like, okay, there's no fucking way, because there was so much wildness, bro. So first of all, a freak off is the term that they're using to describe this, by the way. They're actually calling them fucking freak offs because that's the name that Diddy gave them. And my interpretation, like, oh, Diddy party, haha, Diddy party, you know, that type shit. What I thought that was just a bunch of motherfuckers that Diddy knows in the industry or doesn't know in the industry with, you know, quotation marks and parentheses around it, right? And like a blacked out letter over it, blacked out line. May or may not have bumped heads at the same house. Maybe Diddy owns the house, maybe he doesn't, and you bring just whatever weirdo sexual proclivity that you have, and you can live that fantasy out in that house. Bullshit like that probably happened. That's what I thought this case was going to be about. The case is actually laser fucking focused on one person, pretty much. Or it's, let me put it this way. She is like if a beam of light was coming through, she's the crystal that amplifies it into all of the different colors of all of the nasty, disgusting shit that Diddy did. Can we still be friends?